If your wife has stopped wanting sex, avoids your touch, okay, and finds every excuse to dodge intimacy, this moment could change the entire course of your marriage. I recently worked with a man who went from months of painful rejection to his wife initiating intimacy again after just one raw, honest talk. He tapped into something most married men never even realize. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what he discovered and how you can use it tonight. I am Dr. Masha, urology and men's health expert. From here on out, think of me as your straight-talking guide. I'll give you the no-nonsense truth about what actually fuels desire in long-term. Marriages versus the myths you've been fed, plus the most powerful way to rebuild closeness with the woman you love. If you're serious, stay with me from start to finish. But first, please like the video. The more people like it, the more YouTube will distribute it to people who don't have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, please share the video with your friends and family. Many lives can be saved with your help. So share it. Now, let's paint the picture of what's happening in your marriage right now. You want intimacy with your wife. So you try to initiate. Maybe you lean in for a kiss. Maybe you touch her or just ask if she's in the mood. Maybe it's a quiet tap on the shoulder in the dark. And she says, "No, I'm tired. I've got a headache. Not tonight." You feel rejected. You pull back. You go silent. Maybe frustration bubbles up, but you don't really talk about it. A few days later, you try again. Same answer, she's not interested. The loop repeats until it feels like you're hitting a brick wall. Here's what's likely going on inside her. She's genuinely not feeling sexual, and that can be completely normal. Women's desire works differently than men's. It rises and falls with stress. Hormones, emotional connection, sleep, health, responsibilities, and a dozen other things, but here's where your part of the problem begins. Instead of noticing and checking in with her, you keep trying without saying anything. You treat her lack of desire as something to tiptoe around or push past. That sends a message you don't intend. She hears, "You don't see me. You don't care what's going on with me. You only care about sex." I know that's not the truth in your heart, but that's the signal her nervous system receives. Think of it this way: if your wife skipped dinner several nights in a row, would you just keep putting a plate in front of her, hoping she'd eat? Or would you sit down and say, "I've noticed you haven't been eating. That worries me. Is something going on? I'm here if you want to talk." Feeling seen starts with noticing a change and showing real care for her well-being with sex. Most men avoid this talk because it's awkward. They see she's not interested. But instead of leaning in with curiosity, they keep pressing war. They shut down. The message she gets is brutal. He doesn't care why I'm not in the mood. He's not interested in what's going on emotionally. My feelings matter less than his physical needs. He sees me as a body, not a person. The more you avoid the pattern and ignore her inner world, the less safe she feels with you. She starts to realize you're not her partner in the deeper sense. You're not someone she can trust to notice when she's struggling or to tend to her emotional world. Those are her thoughts, not facts, but they become her lived reality. And when a woman doesn't feel emotionally safe when she doesn't feel truly seen, her body won't allow sexual vulnerability. It's not that she doesn't love you. It's that intimacy requires vulnerability. And vulnerability requires safety. You can't feel safe with someone who doesn't notice when something's wrong. Every time you initiate without acknowledging the pattern, you prove to her that you're not paying attention, that you won't have a hard conversation, that your needs matter more than her feelings, and that you're not a partner she can rely on. The issue isn't her lack of desire. The issue is that your response to her lack of desire convinces her she's not seen as a whole person. When a woman doesn't feel seen and understood by her husband, she disconnects emotionally. First, and that emotional distance makes sexual desire nearly impossible. That's why the cycle deepens over time. She's not only avoiding sex, she's protecting herself from feeling invisible to the one person who should know her best. Here's the good news. You can fix this. My patient did it with one conversation, and I'll show you exactly how. The solution has 4 parts. I call it the communication and safety method. Step 1. Remove all sexual pressure for the next 2 to 4 weeks. You won't initiate sexual contact. None. I can hear some of you already. That's not fair, but it's also not working, is it? This isn't punishment. It's about giving her nervous system the space to reconnect with desire without fighting off pressure. You're removing the very obstacle that's been blocking her. Yes. Step 2. Have the conversation. Use this script. Adapt it to your own words, but keep the spirit. Honey, I need to talk to you about something important. I realize I may have been putting pressure on you around sex without meaning to. And I want to understand what's really going on for you. You always have the right to not be in the mood for any reason or no reason at all. That's normal, and I never want you to feel bad about it. I'm curious about what would help you feel more connected to me and more comfortable with intimacy. But I don't need an answer right now. I want you to know I care about understanding you more than getting my needs met. I'm not going to initiate sex for the next few weeks. If you want to talk about what's going on for you, or if you want closeness, you'll let me know. Otherwise, I want to focus on being close with no expectations for now. Step 3. Actually listen and be curious. This is where most men trip up. They say the right words, but then rush to fix, defend, or explain. When she begins to share, and she will, once the pressure is gone, your only job is to listen. Ask open questions. What would help you feel more connected to me? Is there anything I do that makes you feel pressured? What do you need to feel safe and comfortable with intimacy? How can I support you when you're stressed? Be genuinely curious about her experience. Don't turn this into a negotiation about when sex happens. If you hold that space with patience, she will open it. Step 4. Create safety through consistent behavior. Show her through your actions that she is safe around you without a sexual agenda. Give affection that doesn't lead anywhere. Be emotionally available when she wants to talk, and keep listening. Don't bring up sex or make little jokes about how long it's been. Express gratitude for things about her that have nothing to do with intimacy. You're rebuilding trust through repetition. Here's what you can expect. Week 1, she'll be skeptical and may even test you to see if you're serious. Stay steady. Don't ask when things will change. By weeks 2 and 3, you'll notice softening. She'll begin opening up about what's been on her mind. Listen without defending yourself. As safety rebuilds, she'll likely start initiating affection and eventually intimacy. The real win here isn't only sex. It's the deeper communication and connection you're building. Around month 3 and beyond, new habits take root. She feels safe saying when she's not in the mood, and when she is. You have open conversations about intimacy instead of playing a guessing game. I want to be upfront with you. Pressure and lack of safety are 2 of the biggest reasons behind sexless marriages, but they're not the only ones. She might be overwhelmed with work, kids, or the never-ending household load. There could be unresolved resentment about non-sexual issues. She may be navigating hormonal shifts or health challenges. She may feel emotionally disconnected from you outside the bedroom. The beauty of this method is that it opens the door to the real reasons. By removing pressure and creating space for honesty, she finally has room to tell you what's really happening. Maybe it's not even about sex at all. Maybe she's felt unheard in other parts of your life. Maybe stress about money or family responsibilities makes intimacy feel like one more demand. When you show her that her comfort and well-being matter more than your sexual timeline, you create this space for her to share what she truly needs to feel close. That's when genuine healing begins, not just sexually, but across your entire relationship. The woman you married is still there. Right now, she doesn't feel safe enough to be sexually vulnerable with you. That can change. It changes when you prove through words and consistent actions that you value her inner experience more than your urgency. When she feels emotionally and physically safe with you, desire returns not because you pushed her into it, but because she genuinely wants you and wants to connect with you. Your marriage is worth fighting for, but you have to fight the right way. If you're ready to have that conversation tonight, say it out loud to yourself, I'm ready. If you're ready to prioritize understanding her over simply meeting your needs, commit to it. I'll see you in the comments. A quick note on 4 supports men often ask about, with links below. For a mild to moderate boost, consider organic watermelon extract, rich in L-citrulline, to support nitric oxide pathways and healthy blood flow. For a much bigger boost, try the Advanced Performance Blend, combining Ikaron, Tonkat Ali, fenugreek, nettle root, and citrine to support circulation, stamina, libido, and urinary comfort. Add a testosterone support formula to complement sleep, strength training, protein intake, and weight management, so drive and energy stay consistent. And include a prostate comfort formula focused on better flow, fewer nighttime trips, and deeper rest. These can support your progress, but they don't replace the fundamentals of sleep, movement, nutrition, and medical care when needed. Thank you for watching.